Well, almost buried in today's resignation was the announcement that October 14th has been set as the date of the election, which begs the question, who will Labor choose to go up against National Leader Christopher Luxon? The name that first springs to mind is Deputy Prime Minister Grant Robertson, but he has already ruled himself out, which leaves a number of other ministers who could be contenders: Chris Hipkins, Michael Wood, Kiritapu Allen. Political reporter Amelia Wade looks at who will become New Zealand's 41st Prime Minister.
A day like this calls for a pint, a beersy for New Zealand's next PM perhaps.
I've indicated I'm not going to indicate that today.
It's
about celebrating one of the finest Prime Ministers we've already had, and after that we'll have a caucus process.
I've been leader once. I'm enjoying what I'm doing.
Who are you backing for the leadership?
Well, there's no candidates at the moment, so...
Will you put your name forward?
I most certainly will not.
With the obvious contender, the Deputy Prime Minister Grant Robertson, ruling himself out.
I have received the blessing of Grant to share with you what he has shared with caucus today, and that is he will not be putting himself forward to be a potential candidate as a future leader.
Because you have to 100% commit to that. That's what the Prime Minister said today. I'm very proud and happy to be the Minister of Finance, but in 2014 I said that I would not run again for the Labor Party leadership, and I haven't changed my mind on that.
Leaving the leadership contest wide open for contenders like Chris Hipkins. He's aged 44, entered Parliament in 2008. He's a long-time friend of Ardern's and he's currently the Police, Education, Public Service Minister and Leader of the House. He's local MP for Remutaka in the Hutt Valley, but is known to most Kiwis for his time leading the COVID response.
Right, good afternoon everybody. Kia ora koutou, good afternoon. Good afternoon everybody, thank you for your patience.
And all the gaffes which launched 1,000 memes which came with it.
It is a challenge in higher density areas for people to get outside and to spread their legs when they are when they're surrounded by other people.
The meme minister not ruling out a tilt at becoming Prime Minister. But you're not ruling it out.
No, I'm not, but I'm also saying that, at the moment, I think people just need a little bit of time.
Also not ruling it out, Michael Wood.
And just to be clear, you're not ruling out running for the leadership?
I'm not even talking about that today. Today is a day to reflect on a very fine leader, and after that we'll have an internal process.
You get to be Prime Minister. Prime Minister Wood?
Wood's 42, has been an MP since 2016 as Minister for Transport, Immigration and Workplace Relations and the MP for Mount Roskill in Auckland. Also possibly in the running, Kiritapu Allen.
You'll understand that this has been a shocking morning for us all, so it's time to take stock and have those discussions.
Allen's 39, has been in Parliament since 2017, is the Minister for Justice and is the MP for the East Coast. And in 2021, she shared her battle with cervical cancer, today thanking Ardern for her support.
She held my hand through some of the most incredibly tough times of my life, like she did with all New Zealanders through some of the most incredibly tough times of all of our lives.
Caucus will meet on Sunday to decide who will be their next leader and the next Prime Minister of Aotearoa, New Zealand. If they can't decide who gets the job, the contest will then go to the wider Labor membership.
It's going to be a quick process. There's unity in our caucus. And so the decision will be available to everyone on Monday.
I think that the next leader for our team will cut their own path, and that's going to be important as well, and we'll unify behind whoever the successful candidate is.
Leadership contests don't have to be like the Hunger Games, as the National Party seem to have made, perfected the art of.
Can Labor win the election?
Bloody oath, absolutely.
Everyone clearly hoping it won't be a bloodbath. Amelia Wade, Newshub.
Our political editor Jenna Lynch is back with us now. Jenna, everything's up in the air now, isn't it? What does this mean for the election?
Anything anyone thought about this election prior to 1 p.m. today is now totally and utterly irrelevant. Whoever is chosen has a gargantuan task ahead of them to rebuild Labor's brand, because for the last 5 years, Labor has meant one thing, one person, Jacinda Ardern. It was entirely built around her, and so Labor's election campaign strategy will probably be torn to shreds. Of the obvious contenders, Chris Hipkins seems the most natural choice with the most name recognition, but with the date now set set in stone, October the 14th. The game is completely unrecognisable. It has changed so much, but the game is officially on.
Jenna, thank you for that analysis. Tēnā koe.